Hello guys, this is Waldo Solano. Welcome to Salsa Nox Dance Studio. Uh, I want to start with my story. Right? I'm born in Mexico, in the city called Acapulco, in the state of Guerrero. Um, I was very lucky. My parents, I think when I was 5, they took me back to Mexico City. That's where I grew up. Uh, I think I grew up there, I would say from 5 to 15, 14. So you know how my life start. One of the things I want to do right now, I really feel like really successful in business. So I'm doing great with my dance company. But a lot of times people see me doing what I do, they think I sound kind of superhero, but I want people to actually know me. You see my story, you see all this stuff that I go through to get where I am right now. It's not for hoping that you feel bad for me. No, I just want to see the what it take me to get where I am. So sometimes I talk to my wife about things how I find like a little bit interesting people here in the United States talking about hard life. I don't think I've been having the hardest life because I'm sure something I remind myself is like always someone have harder. But I went for rough times, so I my wife sometimes all the time asks me why I'm so happy all the time. I told her that I'm so happy because sometimes in the morning I can just get to the bathroom and switch one thing, I get water. Uh, uh, I tell her, she asked me once day why. Well, I remember when I grew up, when I was from, let's say, from 9 to 13 years old. One of the cool things about my father, he always used to love to move and buy a new house. So he get a house. He got actually the land. He started building just one room. We moved to that room, right? So as not had to be per rent. This is in Mexico City. Then it was a small room, so that way, in as we live there, we can build in the actual house we want to live in it in the place. So when you move to a place like that, you don't have services. So you don't have water, power, stuff like that. I remember I tell my wife, she said, yeah, for my man to be able to have water to wash dishes or do laundry or stuff like that, because I was the oldest, or I'm the oldest in my family. I was the man in the house because my dad used to left to work. I was the one who had to go for the water. So I don't know what you guys call it, but it was a hole in the place nearby. Like I used to walk like 10 to 15 minutes to get a place to bring a bucket, pull the water from the hole, bring it home. So I used to walk back. It used to take me like 20 to 30 minutes because the bucket was heavy. So that's how it was not just one. If your mother wants to do dishes stuff like that, you need a lot of water. So I used to walk for hours just to get water to my mom, so I can either wash my teeth or laundry or anything. So I did that for years. Eventually, services get to the area where we used to live, and then it was easier. But that's one of the things that made me happy. Just right now here in the United States, I can go to a place, just have water anytime I want, and hot water because it was cold water. uh, then I grew up. I think I've had amazing life. Even it wasn't. I never grow. I didn't grow in a rich family. Uh, One day, I get here to the United States. I was shocked for the stuff that people can have here. We know much of anything to get it. So that's one of the things that made me happy. The things I can have is just extending my arm, you reach it. Um, I tell this part of my story before. Before I started doing salsa dancing, in Atlanta, Georgia, where I used to live. Uh, I was overworked, so I used to work a lot. I think like I used to have a record of a little bit 80, more than 80 hours a week. I used to work every week. The reason why I do it is because I used to do what my dad used to do. He's always work hard, he make enough money to just live well. Even you had to like, uh, be a slave or you work. So I take the same school, yeah, I used to do the same thing. Uh, but I get tired, I mean, even I was young, I mean, it was too much. So I decided to change, I looking for stuff to do instead to just work. In the beginning it was cool because I used to make a lot of money, so that made me happy in the beginning. But then it wasn't enough. So I started looking for ways to, like recreation or hobbies. I started with the gym. It worked for a while. And then the first thing I tried in the gym, it was cool. After I used to do exercise, I was watching in a little room there. They used to do some kind of dancing, so I go check it out. It was like hip hop classes. I started doing hip hop classes a few years ago. Actually, like 14, 13 years ago. And this year I talk about, it was like 2000, I would say like 4 or 3. So it was cool in the beginning. Then that made me want it more, So I remember I used to go every Thursday. I don't remember what time, but I used to work at night because at night it was the shift. They used to pay more in the place I used to work. So I used to work the third shift. So I used to go to the gym, dance a little bit, do exercise, then shower, go to work. And then by per look, I was really lucky. One day I just watch a newspaper. I see an ad about salsa lessons, and that's party just for $10. I thought it was cheap at the time, so I say like we should check it out and see what happened. I never, well, I cannot say never because when I was 7 years old and 8, this is something common that happens in Mexico in your school. Like teachers just pick you up to do like folklore performances, for Mother's Day or Teacher's Day, stuff like that. So I was one of the pick ones. So I used my first performance. I was 7 years old in Mexico doing folklore. So that's what I can say. It was the first time I was taking at least some type of dance lesson. Después I take the hip hop lesson. So then I went to take salsa lessons. I started in 2005 in Atlanta, Georgia. I remember I went to a hotel, the Marriott. I still love to see that hotel. Every time I go to Atlanta, we had to pass there because it's from kind of the exit from Atlanta to where I live right now. So every time we go to Atlanta, I'm really happy to see that hotel because that's where everything started for me. That's when I changed my life. So it was cool. It started really well. It helped me just to keep going. I still working a lot at the time, but it was a good, extra to like have a really hobby that I used to love to do, and well, it was a cool thing to do salsa dance. I feel like salsa dance has been saving me over and over again every time I have trouble. It helped me to kind of, be, how would I say it, some balance, bring some balance in my life. It's not just work. Should do something else too. I did that, I would say, around for 3 years. 3 years later, over the 3 years, we always have a little bit of problems with my dad because he used to like have problems with depression. It was like hard, but with all the medical bills, we literally all the money we made saved for my years. I mean, it went down. Medicine here in the United States is really expensive, unbelievable. So we spent all our money just to help my dad, but in the end, it wasn't enough. One day, I guess he decided it was enough. That's something I learned about depression. Is like sometimes people, they're trying to take their lives. They don't do it because they want to kill themselves. They just want to stop suffering every day, So he tried. Uh, I was lucky that he tried in front of me, so I could stop him. So I stopped him. I still remember the moment where it is some image I'm never gonna forget. He had really dark skin, even darker than me. I saw how the skin in his neck was used to clear, like change the color from like pink. So I remember jumped to his hand, stop him, throw the knife. We fight a little bit, so I can take the knife from his hand. He then had to put my hand in his neck. He tried to reach the cell phone to call 911. That's when everything changed for me. I think he gave me a really good school. He made me a person to appreciate hard work. But I think it's better work smart than hard sometimes. And you can work hard and smart at the same time. I mean, that's just the sky's the limit. So after that day, I remember we passed several days, waiting. He was in the hospital. The police take us somewhere. I don't remember where. At the time, my mom was in Mexico, so she came back. Then I was lucky that she started helping me with him. But I didn't have the strength to come back to the apartment, and I was broke, so I couldn't hire somebody to clean the carpet. I didn't have the strength to do it myself. So I come back, just take a suitcase, and I left. I was lucky that my boss at the time, I used to work at the same time. I used to work in a factory. I used to work for Alfredo Piceno. Used to run, still run Salsa in Atlanta. And his wife Jen, they take me in his house. They have an extra room, so I stay with them. After a few weeks, I was thinking about what I'm gonna do, with my life. I didn't want to continue the life the way I was doing it. It's not that my dad disappointed me. It's just I thought probably I can do better than him. Maybe work hard, but not like him. You don't end up like him. Like in the end, just whatever you do in your life, just not worth it. So that's when I decided to start my salsa dance company. It's funny, like I know a lot of friends in this business. I've been doing a lot of good friends, but the majority of my friends, they are instructors or salsa dancers, and most of them they do it for different other reasons, like money, ladies. Used to have fun, party all the time, alcohol. But that's what the reason why I made me, become a salsa instructor. It saved me. I didn't know what I was doing. I still today I was thinking like how everything started. I can't believe I actually did it. I used to in the beginning take a Greyhound because I had to sell my truck because I didn't have money. I used to travel on a Greyhound to Knoxville every Friday to be able to teach a lesson in a party, then sleep over with one of the salseros that used to live here. My ex dance partner, Sarita. And then the next day they used to take me to the station and go back to Atlanta. I used to come back because I didn't have a place to stay in Knoxville. I didn't know anyone. And that's how Salsa Knox started. It's unbelievable. Every time I think now with everything I know, I feel like it was dumb to do it that way. But it's a really interesting part of my life. I'm proud of that, that made me what I am right now. I feel that I'm successful now because of that. All the stuff that I did, I think is, if I had to go back again, I would do it again. Because that made me where I am and happy the way I am right now. Over the years, I learned a lot, trying to run a company. I was lucky that I cross my life with other people's life. It helped me up a lot. I was being like very very lucky with that. I'm very grateful. Yeah, I'm here, you know, still trying. Uh, so the point of this video is like not for you feel sad for me. No, it's just uh, I feel that I'm here. Well, I start here, and all the things that happened to me take me where I am right now, and I learned a lot about business, doing it the hard way. Uh, so salsa is being I feel like salsa has been helping me a lot. Every time I have a problem, you know, salsa give me the energy to keep going and do what I love. And I just want to do the same thing for other people. I know I've been doing it without even trying. In the beginning, I didn't expecting that I'm gonna help people doing this. I was just hoping to. I just did it, you know, just keep going, do what I love, at the same time make money to survive. I never expect I'm gonna actually help. Then it was interesting. Then as the past kind of so many years I've been doing this. All the time I have like all of my students. That when they come back, some reason if we come across again, and say, hey, just they always thank me because I kind of help them to go through hard times. So I just want to keep doing that. How some people say pay forward. So that's the reason why right now we don't gonna offer a membership. That's the whole point of this, you know. I don't try to get rich, or you know, I just make a living doing this. But now that I'm conferring, I know that do to me. Yeah, I've been doing for others. I just wanna keep helping people. So check our website. It should be somewhere around here, and that way you're gonna be able to see what we're doing, right? After all these years, I'm so lucky that I've been learning from so many people. So we create a system after so many lessons I've been taking. This is one of the things I do. For some of you guys, one day you want to become instructor, keep doing this, right? When I become an instructor, I didn't stop being a student, right? So from day one, I've been taking lessons. I still today, after I almost have 15 years doing this, I still taking lessons, all right? So I suggest to do the same thing. It doesn't matter what you want to do with this, all right? But if you just want to have fun, this is a great hobby too, all right? You can get healthier. You have stress labs, you want to release and make you happier, right? So I learn from the best of the world, you know. I'm so humble and lucky to learn from the people that actually create the stuff that I do. So I learn from the source, pretty much. It's many people they've been doing this. You're still doing it yet, right? But check this, right? So I call this is the Salsa Dance Master System. So I kind of after so many years, I kind of create a way to help people to actually lead and follow, right? So that's the whole concept in our system, right? So I hope this is gonna help you out. It's many things that we're gonna offer you, right? So if you check, we have of course, if you go to our website, you're gonna figure out a few very simple questions, so that we know what kind of dancer that you are or what kind of level, right? These ones go toward people that never danced ever before, right? But in the same survey is gonna help you to get through in case that you have experience. It will take you to the right place, right? But this one option that we have here is applied to any level, right? Of course, people the other different level that will get access to different classes, not to these ones, right? Unless that you wanted to extra practice, you can, right? So we have beginner salsa lessons every Tuesday, right? So you're gonna have access to that, right? So we have beginner lessons on Fridays too, right? So you have an extra practice. My goal is to teach the same thing, so that way people that cannot do Fridays can do Tuesday, people cannot do Tuesday can do Fridays, right? But if you sign up with a membership, you can do both if you wanted to, right? After the salsa lessons, only on Fridays, we have a bachata lessons, right? you can access to that too. Right? After the 2 lessons on Friday, we have a social. Right? So the whole concept with this is for you guys to practice whatever you learn. Right? So you are afraid to go there because you don't know what to do. You don't have to worry about it. When I teach you what to do, then you're gonna be able to practice and have fun. Right? From the first class. Right? Right? So at the same time, we create a salsa kit. Right? So this is the first bonus you're gonna get. It technically is gonna be it's a website, right? It right now is gonna be free for members, right? But in the future we wanna charge for this too, right? So what you're looking for is to put there all the lessons they have been doing so far to help people to learn and to check it out or review or practice whatever you learn through the classes. And at the same time, if you wanna like take advantage they are there, see what you're about to teach, you can go ahead and learn that. Or if you don't have time to to come to the class, you can learn it in your own home. So that's a cool way you can use, right? We have a Facebook group, right? So this Facebook group, we're looking for us to be able to be in touch with you. If you have any questions, of course, every time you come to class, you can do it. But let's say you're at home, you wanna kind of let us know what you need or anything. You can go there. You wanna try to help you out with everything, right? So if you check the prices, you can see the total here of the whole thing is like $700, a little more, right? So our goal is that for now is to get as many as possible, right? We really attract, that's what really I want to do is start a mass movement, right? With this, so get the many people as possible, help the many people as possible. So that's the reason why I do it, not for the money. All right, so all this just for $37 a month, right? So you see, check you there. You will have the address there where you can go to the website and sign up there. Answer the questions, super easy, and that's it. I think. Don't forget this, all right? This is what we're doing. This I had my 10-year anniversary in January, so that's when we started this promotion. In February was my birthday month, so we keep doing the promotion. March is the birthday of my wife, so we keep doing this for the promotion for these 2 months, but it's done. We don't want to do that anymore. So this is the last month to get this promotion. So it's only $37 for every single lesson that we do during the week, every single one. All right. So check the website and we'll see you on the next floor.